Let me start with a verse that's been stuck in my head lately. A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. Proverbs 13:22. I've read that one for years, and I always read it as money. Investments, property, the financial stuff you leave behind, and that matters. We all want to leave our families better off than we found them. But lately, after years of building AI systems and rethinking how companies actually run, that verse has been hitting me completely differently. Because what if the greatest inheritance was never really about money at all? What if it's about knowledge? So let's talk about a mistake a lot of companies make. They spend years protecting their money and almost no time protecting their wisdom. Think about it. Every business has a budget, an accountant, insurance, and a lock on the door. But the actual knowledge that keeps the place running, that usually lives in one person's head. And that person is retiring in March, which is honestly the business version of don't fire Dave, he's load-bearing. I've watched this story play out my whole career. It happens when a brilliant engineer finally retires, a project manager leaves for a better offer, a department head takes a new role, and years of hard-won experience walk straight out the front door with them. The documentation is thin. The reasoning behind the big decisions is gone. And the new hires spend months, sometimes years, rediscovering why things were built the way they were. People kept solving real problems on top of each other for 15 years, and now nobody wants to make eye contact with the org chart. Companies don't just lose people, they lose wisdom, and wisdom is expensive to replace. I've lived this firsthand. More than once I've inherited a system and the broken process around it, where everyone who understood why it worked that way was already gone. Turning it around was never just a technology problem, it was a process problem and a culture problem too. And the whole thing would have moved a lot faster if somebody had captured the thinking instead of letting it evaporate. So here's where it gets interesting. For the first time in history, we can actually fix this. Everybody's worried about AI replacing people. And I get it, that's the headline. But after working with these systems going all the way back to the early IBM Watson days, I've landed somewhere almost opposite. The most valuable thing AI does isn't automating work. The most valuable thing AI does is preserving wisdom. For the first time, we can capture not just what people do, but why they do it. The decisions, the trade-offs, the lessons learned, the troubleshooting instincts that used to live only in one person's head. And we can keep all of it searchable, teachable, and actually getting better over time. Sit with that for a second. For decades, companies poured millions into software and automation. And a single retirement party could erase 20 years of expertise. We just accepted that. We treated it like the weather. It is not the weather. Now, let me be honest about the part the headlines get right. AI does change what work looks like. I help businesses cut administrative hours for a living. So yes, some manual tasks go away. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But here's what actually surprised me. The more AI I used, the more I realized how much human experience matters. AI doesn't know how your business works. It has to be taught. It learns from people who spent years solving problems, making mistakes, and understanding customers. Without that, it's just a very confident model making educated guesses. With it, AI becomes an amplifier. It extends your experts instead of replacing them. And that changed the question I ask. It stopped being, what can we automate? And it became, what do we need to preserve? Those are very different questions. Automation saves you time. Preserved knowledge builds you a legacy. So let's go back to that proverb. A good person leaves an inheritance. I don't think that was ever just about the wealth. The real inheritance is the thing that keeps creating value long after you're gone. Knowledge does that. Mentorship does that. Good systems do that. So picture a business where a new hire learns from decades of experience on day one. A technician who instantly has access to solutions that took 20 years to figure out. Product decisions that carry the reasoning behind every choice that came before them. That's not science fiction anymore. That's available right now. The companies that win the next decade won't be the ones with the biggest AI budget. They'll be the ones that deliberately capture, organize, and pass down what their people actually know. They'll treat experience like the asset it is, because every prompt you refine, every workflow you document, every agent you teach, that all becomes part of the inheritance. You're investing in employees you'll never meet and customers you'll never know. Technology always moves forward. The question was never whether to embrace it. The real question is what we choose to leave behind. So when the next generation inherits the systems we're building today, are they going to inherit confusion and a pile of forgotten decisions? Or are they going to inherit wisdom? That's the inheritance worth building. And maybe, just maybe, that's what the proverb was pointing at the whole time. Oh, and one more thing. Write it down before Dave retires. That part's not in the proverb, but it should be.